Hi guys, Glenn with the Toy Temple. Check out this Fortnite Ragnarok. Oh my goodness, it looks so cool. Hey, make sure you check out Squarespace so you can set up your own website. Use the promo code The Toy Temple Rocks. Fortnite though, I get all the best kills. What the heck are you doing? Well, I'm annoying YouTuber Glenn, and this is Fortnite, so I thought, why not just have me come in and... Look, guy, shoo, scram. What? But, hey, guys, make sure you check out my top 10 Fortnite videos. Anyway. This is Fortnite Ragnarok. It's got quite a bit to love about it, honestly. Skulls, giant armor, skull armor. I mean, that's cool. Fortnite isn't everybody's kind of game, though, and I completely understand. Some things are just not for you. Like, I was really into Rocket League, and people didn't like that game. I played Fortnite, I didn't care for it, but I did try it. It just wasn't for me, and I might not be the demographic for it, so I'm not completely hurt by it. But the toys, goodness, they have some really cool ideas for toys. If I'm being honest, I like a lot of the Fortnite toys, and this might be the best one they've released so far. It's got 22 moving parts. On the side there, you've got some really cool glowy skull eye, horn. Man, this thing's awesome. Along with that, look at the whole line. Skull Trooper's cool. That's Carbide. Is it Carbide? I forget who's who, but they're awesome. I like him. Black Knight is cool. I actually like a whole bunch of them. They're all 7-inch scale. And McFarlane Toys produced this action figure. And I think I've reviewed one other McFarlane toy out of the hundreds of videos we've done. And, you know, I liked it well enough, but I think this one definitely has it beat. So let's get it out of the package, pose it a little bit, and I hope you'll join me. And here's Ragnarok out of the package. And Viking skull mask, translucent blue flame action figures. Mwah. Love them. Man, this thing, it called out to me. The moment I saw it, I said, Glenn, you got to get yourself this figure. It's magnificent. An opus to Viking armor, to skulls, to fire, to skull skeleton armor. Oh. And then I saw it was Fortnite, and I was like, okay, still. I can put aside the Fortnite hate to appreciate a really excellent figure. And Ragnarok, he has all sorts of detail. His translucent blue beard is braided with gold paint. The skull itself has translucent blue horns. His mask articulates without the need of the beard moving, which is great. So you can make him look left, you can make him look right, or straight ahead. Doesn't go all the way around though. The shoulder pads articulate as well, so that you can maybe put them forward in case you are posing him in such a way that you don't want to expose the arms too much, which I really like. I like that the articulation is included with the armor. That way you have a choice in the matter. And this dude is enormous. He really is 7 inches tall. He's got double jointed elbows, wrist articulation, which goes all the way around, ball joint for the wrist, but you're not going to get too much out of it. It's kind of difficult, and you're not going to get much. His hand, though, it does have a trigger finger, but he does have a hard time holding on to the shotgun with that finger, so it'll start to slide out eventually. His cape also doesn't want to stick in for too long, which is unfortunate because it just adds a little bit more level to the figure. Down here, you've got a horn sculpted onto the belt, and the armor looks so good. The paint looks really great. Just that little bit of black wash over the silver, amazing. He also has a really tight movement at the waist. He can kind of pose up, pose down, but it's not going anywhere. You know what? Let me get one of the Stranger Things kids from McFarlane Toys as well to showcase just how far we've come with the articulation on some McFarlane Toys. So the problem with McFarlane Toys, I think, is the hips. And on Dustin here, I'll display. See that? you're not going to get too much out of those. They're ballerina hips, which is exactly what's going on here. They did provide some range of motion here for once, but again, without ball joint hips, it's kind of a mess, which thankfully they covered up with the little skort, I guess. He also does have double jointed knees, which Dustin does not, and he has ball joint ankles. That's kind of a weird motif, and it's, you know, when you look at it, it kind of looks covered up. But then if you look at it from the side profile, it kind of sticks out. And then of course there's toe articulation, which who asks for this? Is it okay? Show of hands. Nobody on most action figures? That's right, nobody. But the range of motion is nice. They don't pivot, but they do rock. As the figure goes down, the articulation gets worse, I think. But it's really great. It's a good display item. Let's get Dustin out of here. Otherwise, I'll be talking so long, it'll be a never-ending story. But we've got a great figure here. Let's take a look at those accessories real quick, and I'll go on and on more about this figure. Let's go. As far as accessories go, he comes with 4, which is fine. You know, they don't go overboard with it, which I appreciate. I mean, every little accessory kind of gets a little boring after a while. But he did come with a thing that can destroy construction. Bear with me. I'm going to use terminology in this that no one uses. This thing, it's for melee attacks in case you run out of ammo and you're stuck and you need to break down some stuff for material. It's got a cool translucent blue flame coming out of it. Looks like a big spire. Little scythe with transparent blue. That's awesome. And the stick, it's painted brown, a little bit of black on the grip, more brown for the wrap, and black for the little spike at the end. Really, really awesome weapon. I like this a lot. This shotgun, it's okay. I feel like, I don't know. I like the design, but then it kind of curves up. I don't know. Something about it just strikes me as a little off. A little bit of forest green paint along the grip with the brown wood handle. Silver on the side looks nice. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's plastic. I don't know. Something about it I just don't like. And then we've got this cape, and I've tried to put the cape on. It's just not doing it. Let's grab the figure here. And I believe it pegs into the back. Now, let's remove the head. Yeah, like that. And we're going to just slide it in. Ugh. I think that's what they want from me. And as you can see, it slides right in. Just takes a little bit of effort, but you can do it. And it's painted nice, and it adds a little bit more depth to the figure. I like it. And of course, a little stand, which is just fine by me, because this guy may not stand on his own very well, so I like it. And it says Fortnite right there. It's good stuff. So what are my final thoughts on Ragnarok? Well, I love it. I love the idea of the character. I love the armor. I love the scale. And, you know, if it wants to fit in, here, let's grab Cyclops down. He could definitely be something your action figures or good guys could beat up. Or he could be his own hero. It doesn't have to exclusively be Fortnite. And I think, and I've said this before, I think that's the best case when it comes to a figure that doesn't really have a lot of personality, is that it can fit in almost anywhere. For me, I'll probably include this on my Power Rangers shelf, one of them. He looks the part, he looks awesome. The Viking armor, great. The skull, great. Translucent blue, great. Articulation, not so great. So for this, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I really, really like it. I like so much about it, but it's just missing a little bit of articulation. And I know McFarlane is going to get the DC license pretty soon, but this is a great starting point for figures with more articulation when it comes to McFarlane. They just need to hone in on a little bit of it, because I can't pose this guy as much as I'd like to, but I think they'll get there. I think this is great, a huge improvement since we saw the Stranger Things toys, and I like it. I like it. I can't say much more about it. It's fantastic. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Do what you want on this video. Annoying YouTubers, they always ask you for stuff. I'm happy you watched, you know? Check me out on Instagram and Twitter @TheToyTemple if you want. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.